So anyway, I just wanted to introduce you, David Rodriguez, to the people in Planetary Healing Club, who are a group who really are interested in doing what you were saying about changing consciousness and getting more out of the quality of life in general. And you were approaching it from the educational point of view on the main show that we did about that. And these are people that are in various, phases of the society that we're living in now. Sometimes they have kids or grandchildren or kids that they know that are caught in the public school systems, and just trying to get a hold of the attitude that you were saying that transforms everything, including their own sense of continuous education and what they might be able to remind the kids about, so they're not permanently lost to the system. Anything that you want to say inspiring about that whatsoever would be great. Just a short little note that we can absorb.
I think for parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, whoever's out there with young people in your life, really important is to demonstrate the qualities you want to see in the young people. And as we mentioned earlier, courage, compassion, humility, empathy, these are the things. Excellent communication, thoughtfulness. So the kids are just watching us. They are observing us in such a high intensity, and it's mostly subconscious, but to demonstrate those qualities. So the quote by Thoreau, I think, is, "Who you are speaks so loudly, I cannot hear what you say." So
that's incredible.
Being that example of love, and some people call it Christ consciousness, and whether Jesus was a real person or the Son of God or something else, the stories and some of the things that shown is like, forgive people, and be the highest one, the chosen one. You are the chosen one. Your child is the chosen one. And if we can help them realize that for themselves, because it's one thing to tell them, hey, you're the chosen one, but it's one other experience for them to realize it for themselves. The other part of it is that they have innate, immense value. And the example that I used with the previous conversation was this. If a rich man, huge billionaire, wanted to buy both of your eyeballs for $1 million, would you sell both your eyeballs? Would you sell both your eyeballs for $5 million, for $10 million, for 20, for 50, 100 million? Probably not, right? Once we get down to it, we like to see. We like these beautiful light receivers and transmitters and whatever they are. They allow us to see colors and see, shows and experiences and each other, look deep into the soul of another being. The reason is that I bring that up is because they're valuable the way they are. Let them know they are extremely valuable. Whether they spilt milk at the kitchen table, or they crashed the bicycle, or they broke the window, or they called someone a bad name. We all make mistakes. I'm not perfect. They're not perfect. But if they know, mom and dad and uncle and aunties, that your energy, your safety zone around them is not going to be dangerous, they will give you everything. And the challenge that us adults have is that we came from previous programming. We came from many times abusive homes, many times loveless homes, or mix it in between. And so we're trying to figure this out. But what I would say is, I know that you are a human being with immense brilliance and genius and cognitive potential. And they say the average person uses 2% of their brain. So we have all this dormant potential that is just waiting for the conditions that welcome these new ideas, that welcome the creativity. The other part of it is that you are one among 7 billion beings. Your DNA proves it. Your fingerprints prove it. There's no one like you on Earth. That's not a cliche. That is actual, legitimate truth. So if you help them realize, you don't got to be like anybody else. You be you. Let me be me. And the relationship that we're engaged in, as long as it's based on mutual respect, harmonious relationships, positive intentions, then we can do anything. It doesn't matter if you like country music and I like rock or rap, or, I'm into fashion and you're not, or whatever the differences are. Those are all benefits. Those are all advantages so that I can look into your world and you can look into my world. So rather than trying to tell them this is what you have to be, this is who you are, it's this. You are valuable, whether you're a child of the divine or a child of nature or whatever it is, you're a special person. And I would emphasize that. And also, if they're in the public school system, which I understand some parents have to do for whatever reasons, let them know your grades and tests really don't have any significance in future life. What matters is if you're a good person, if you can get along with other people, if you're humble, if you're coachable and teachable. These are some of the things that you can carry on, whether you're 10 years old or 15 or 20. And what I would really do is have them take a look at John Taylor Gatto's work on YouTube or his books. He has just so much wisdom, and this is some of the stuff that I've taken from him. But I would share some of those ideas with them, and if they can learn to think clearly, to express their minds, and to really look into the depths of this experience of being human, this is a special thing. We're going to blink. This time's going to go by. We're going to be, 50, 80, 120 years old before we know it, and so will they. So it's a fast ride. So, demonstrate it. Let them know they're valuable, and be that safe space around them where they can be who they are, and you're not going to try to make them be something that they're not. And you, of course, let love be the answer, and be that, model that, and then they'll do similarly. Yeah,
it's the way to. We're actually being teachers right now. It's just becoming conscious of what it is we're teaching. By who we are. Thank you. That's beautiful. It's enough to keep us going for the rest of this lifetime, I think.
Awesome. I appreciate you and look forward to connecting with you and maybe your community in the future. There's a lot of work to do, and let's have some fun with it. Let's transform ourselves and the people around us by our example. And yeah, man, there's a lot of hope and there's a lot of opportunity. So let's proceed and have a great rest of the evening and great rest of life.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll start right now.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, Richard. Good night, everyone.
Okay. All right. See you.
Bye-bye.